week that an institution that's really near and dear to my heart is going away. You might have read this at the UW School of Communications, maybe closing. You know, I was editor of the school paper out there at the UW many years ago, and I wrote several nasty things about UW President Gerberding, and apparently they carried on that tradition over there. And he had to cut the budget, and tough decision for him. What to cut? The medical school, the engineering, business, or those little bastards in communications? Tough choice, you know. The students were pretty upset here. I saw, if you saw this picture in the paper, I think we have a close-up here. They showed up at the faculty senate meeting with these. Look at this. Communications. She just about, you know, got it right. See, had to put that H in there. Communications school means journalists and public rel. Now, I believe that meant public relations anyway. Communications means journalists and public relations. Actually, in my experience, it actually means a lot more Domino's delivery truck drivers. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. They showed up there at the faculty meeting and did that. But if the school goes, I understand, that's where the big question that we have here at Almost Live is, where are we going to get our interns? You know, for Almost Live, our slave labor that carries things around here. You know, people. Anyway. I guess they figured that, considering the press coverage of the O.J. Simpson case, people thought, what difference does it make if journalists go to school or not? I guess it's just sort of the general consensus there. Anyway, Nordstrom, to put it on the bright side, says if the school closed halfway up the street, then have to back up and go around. So they do that. Nordstrom says no, the street has to be all the way open. Not only that, you might have some of these other demands. Only late model luxury sedans are allowed to drive down that block. Now they say they want to retire to be named later. And I thought, one other weird thing, after they open Pine Street, Nordstrom says that they have to close Northeast 74th Street in Bothell, just because. I don't really get that. A little scattered applause for Bothell there, which was...
You got to take something off again.
Okay, taking my glasses off.
Glasses don't count.
I'm not taking my pants off.
That's the way the game works.
I'm not taking the pants off.
Here we go.
Hey,
Well, it sounds like, those guys are hard at work. The dome will be done in no time, I'm sure. I have to say, though, it's scary when you find out that people you trust are eavesdropping on you. Of course, I guess it could be worse. It could be a lot scarier, actually. How? Take a look.
In every heart, there lingers a fear. A fear that someday they could finally snap and come back to torture us. Rule the world in Attack of the Junior High PE Teachers. No one is safe from their madness for physical torture.
Lift up! Higher! Get your legs up higher! Lift up!
Catch the ball! Catch it!
They know what causes us terror.
Are they dead or what?
Nope, that's just how they are.
They know our secret fears.
Okay, time for...
Oh, our secret dreads.
To the ball.
I don't like gymnastics.
To the ball.
No!
But it's a fear that can be faced if you have the courage.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I have an idea. Attention, the owner of 84 Plymouth Reliant, you've left your lights on?
Good. I got one. Attention shoppers. 3 minutes left on the blue light special on garden hose.
Attention. Today's lunch in the cafeteria will be sloppy joes and pudding.
First period bell in Attack of the Junior High PE Teachers.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we're going to be right back.
Hey, what do you mean I messed up the whole thing? just what I said. You arrested...
Here, you scumbag! Move it!
Nice job.
Thanks.
The blue-collar beer that hits as hard as the streets. Listen to me. Listen. Will you listen? Silence, adult language, and brief nudity.
It's time for Janet and Sue's Crazy Young World! And now, here they are!
Telling us that you never get nervous.
Well, no, but you got to remember that as
You never, ever get nervous.
It's not quite that simple. You see...
Hey, everybody! Big Mr. Actor Man. He's really cool because he never gets nervous.
Oh, yeah! Everyone bow down and worship the never gets nervous king of the world!
Oh, hail to the
Okay,
omnipotent, hail
stop, all right.
King.
I get nervous, okay? I get...
Me too. Ooh, looks like we have got a call. Hey.
Hi, I was wondering, Mr. Spinell, do you think playwrights are staying away from Broadway because it's just getting so expensive to mount shows there?
That is an interesting question.
What the hell kind of moronic question is that?
That's the stupidest question I've ever heard.
I have never in my life heard anything so idiotic.
Okay, somebody get that caller's address because after the show we're gonna kick their butt, okay? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry because we don't get questions like that.
No. It will not happen again. Promise.
To be honest, I thought it was a fine question.
Oh, you did? Well, okay, then go ahead and answer it.
Okay, as I was saying, caller, you make an interesting point.
That's enough. Let's take another call. Hello, you have a question for Mr. Spinell?
Yeah, I want to know if he's doing Kim Basinger.
Excuse me?
He wants to know if you're doing Kim Basinger.
I'm not.
Answer the question.
I can't believe that I'm...
Because the only reason not to answer that question is if you are a homo. Yeah.
This is ridiculous. You two are crazy.
Yeah. So?
You're really crazy.
Well, what did you think when you walked into this building? I mean, it's a mental hospital. This is the psycho ward.
I thought this was an MTV show.
Oh, God. And I suppose you thought I was Tabitha Thorne and she's like VJ Kennedy.
No, I know you're not, but I was just wondering.
Oh, come on. What about all those like nurses and doctors that are lying in the hallway and they're dead?
Yeah.
I thought they were weird props, something on the set.
No, they're not props. They're dead, and we killed them.
You know, it's funny. I looked at my watch, and I got to get going. I got to get uptown. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hello, I'm Bernie Schmidt. And without proper representation, what you just saw could happen to you. So if you're an actor, a musician, or any other type of artist, you need protection. You need Bernie Schmidt.
Call Bernie Schmidt today. He'll protect you from being called a homo if you go on a talk show that's run by lunatics.
Hello, the spokesperson you just saw is insane. But you wouldn't know that unless I told you. So remember that the next time you think someone may be sane.
This message brought to you by the Church of Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints.
Could I have everyone's attention, please? I'd like to introduce you to Craig Harris. Craig has just joined our marketing department. And now, to get started, let's have a sales update. Sheila?
Well, as you all know, sales have been slow the last couple of months. If you'll take a look at the chart here, you can see that the last...
Come in.
Hey, Craig, how's your first day going?
Great. Couldn't be better.
Glad to hear it. Just want you to know, I think it's really good to have a brother in the department.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of work to do.
See ya.
Board of our economic sanctions against South America.
South Africa.
Exactly. I just wanted you to know where I stood.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, see ya.
Hey, Craig.
Hi.
I meant to tell you this morning that there's a black guy who works down in accounting, and I think there's a black woman.
Yeah. Sheila and I were just talking about that Rodney King thing, you know, and
It was so lame.
Yeah, you people really got the shaft. You know, if I had been on that jury...
Excuse me, Craig.
What is it? That you want to tell me that Spike Lee was your favorite director? Or that you cried when Martin Luther King Jr. got shot? Or that you were deeply moved when you heard a black African musical group performing at your upper middle class, predominantly white church? Or is it that you're feeling guilty for the oppression and enslaving of black people, and now you're using me as a dumping ground for the white collective guilt that's been building up for thousands of years, huh?
By the way, could you show me how to do some dreadlocks? Because I think I'd look pretty cool in them. Well, not right away. Tomorrow would be...
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Well, Pearl Jam's new album, Vitology, will be out on CD this Tuesday. It's been available on vinyl for the past 2 weeks. A month ago, it was available on 8 Doppler. Cairo said that too many people giggled when they tried calling it the Harry Doppler. Washington State University has opened a 2.5-acre site to turn cow manure into compost. The site will double as the Fidelt House. Incidentally, that last story just goes to prove my theory. WSU loves cow manure. A 10-year-old Linwood boy says Beavis and Butthead gave him the idea to start a fire at Martha Lake Elementary School. In a related story, a staggering number of autopsies were performed this week by Renton school kids watching reruns of Quincy. The Seattle Mariners are the first team to market merchandise on the worldwide computer network known as Internet. The first item for sale is team manager Lou Piniella. Winona Ryder told Life magazine she's considering moving to Seattle because it's pretty and it's a good place to raise children. Volunteers to help Winona get started include every heterosexual man in Western Washington. Finally, a Tukwila Elementary School principal wants all of his students to start coming to school in what he calls the Tukwila look. When asked to be specific about the Tukwila look, the principal said, "It's kind of like this." The John Report. Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Some people, might call me an expert. It's flattering, but I do know a lot about the Beatles, and I guess really I am kind of a Beatle expert. No big deal. I've won a couple of contests. Guess I've never really been stumped, on a Beatles question or anything. So anyhow, it's no big deal. I thought the reason I bring this up is because maybe you saw the headline in the paper this week that there's a new Beatles CD coming out, and I just thought that, with this new interest, in the Beatles, that some of you in our studio audience might have some questions about the Beatles that you might want to ask me, as a expert. Anyhow, are there any, Beatles questions?
Whatever happened to that guy who killed John Lennon?
What?
The guy who shot John Lennon.
No! No, when did this happen?
10, 15 years ago now.
No. I would have heard that would have been on the news. It would have been in the papers. I would have heard about.
Yeah. It was in the newspaper.
Liar! Liar! You are a liar! Get out of my studio! Get out! Get out! I will get you out! Come back here! I will kill you! I will kill you!
Okay, well, I guess that's just about all the time we have. I want to just say, don't forget, I will be appearing at the Showbox Comedy Club, formerly the Improv, the one down on First Avenue near the market, December 13th. Through the 18th. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster. Or if you want to call, you can call 628-5000. That's the Showbox number. It's going to be the party of the decade, I assure you. And so I want you all to... Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
isn't true! Say it! Say it isn't true! Say it! Say it!
Okay. He's fine. He's alive and he's living in New York City.
Okay. Still married to Yoko?
Oh, yeah.
Say it isn't true! Say it!